it's Tessa and Stephanie from the Uncommon Creative Collective. We are here today with Angie Knutson, who will be joining us at the conference September 22nd to 24th in 2018, Niagara-on-the-Lake. We'll have a few questions for Angie today, and so nice to meet you on video. We can't wait to meet you in person.
Yay! So Angie, how long have you been working with babies and newborns?
I've been working with newborns for about 8 years, which is a long time. I started when I was about 20, which is kind of weird because a lot of people are moms first. And my sister had a baby. She's 8 now, and right around when she was 3 months old, I started taking pictures of her, and then it just sort of snowballed from there because her friends were having kids, and then I started taking pictures of their babies, and it just went from there. It was kind of weird.
So you sort of fell into working with newborns, I guess.
Yeah.
But you've chosen to stick with it. What is it working with newborns that you love?
I like the challenge. I like that it's a more controlled environment and that it's a more scheduled thing versus like shooting outside. Like you don't know if the weather is going to change, and stuff is kind of left up in the air when you're shooting outdoors or with weddings and stuff like that. It's just like a lot at once. Whereas newborns, you're in studio for 2 to 4 hours and then you go home and you can work on it as you please. I just like that it's more structured than other things. You know that it's going to happen unless obviously something happens,
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your working environment. So are you working with natural or studio light? Do you work in a studio outside of your home, or do you have a studio integrated in your home?
I rent a studio and I shoot with studio light.
Very nice.
You're going to present on posing in props at the conference. Yeah. You do such a beautiful job of that. What do you love about it?
I like the variety. I like that you can add these earthy textures that are sometimes really hard to integrate into beanbag stuff. I like that you can shoot multiple angles of stuff. So you're really filling galleries with simpler posing technically, but you can get these interesting angles that you can't normally get with beanbag, because with beanbag, you really can only shoot it from so many different ways because of the way the light is and the way the fabric is and the way that the baby is, because like the baby can only be flattered from so many different angles, whereas with props, like you have the ability to rotate the prop, you can move the baby's head, you can do all sorts of different things, as far as like you can shoot it traditionally side lit and then you can turn it around the other way and then you can shoot it backlit. So you're getting exponentially more images and different looks. And I like that in an album setting or in a canvas arrangement, like you can have 3 different photos from the same setup and they're still going to look completely different. And I just really like the variety that you can get out of props.
I think that's so true.
Do you have any tips for prop selection, things that you look for when you're picking out a new prop?
I look for really earthy tones. A lot of my props are brown or have like some sort of like rough texture. Generally size-wise, I'm looking for at least like a foot across, because anything smaller, I get a lot of bigger babies that don't fit into the really teeny tiny props. And sometimes I like the way that it's a kind of a balance, because I like the way that babies can look really small in big props, and I don't really like it when the props are so small that the babies look giant. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I think those larger props give you more room as well to support the baby inside of it with any type of stuffing or, make their heads comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So we noticed that you recently got married, and one of our other wonderful speakers happened to be your wedding photographer.
Yeah, I know.
Tell us a little bit about working with Doug and why he was the perfect choice for you.
When I was younger, I said if I ever get married, Twig and Olive is doing my wedding, and it was actually Blue Dandelion at the time. So I followed them for like forever, and it was kind of like a really weird thing because I saw them post this like North American giveaway thing and you get 50% off their wedding package. And I was like, I don't ever win anything cool, but I'm going to see how this goes because like, you know, I always want a blue dandelion and like, let's just see what happens. And we got it. And I was like, this is the coolest thing that's ever happened to me. And so that was really exciting. But I had never like met them like on the internet or anything before, you know how the community with photography is. I've never met them. And so I didn't really know what to expect, but like they kind of, it's really interesting because we're like not a super like stuffy family. Like we're pretty like vulgar at times, you know, and like
love it.
They kind of fed off that and like told us a ton of inappropriate jokes and like it was super hilarious and it was nice that like they weren't offended by any of the stuff that we were doing and like they said a lot of like just crazy stuff to make us laugh and it was so much fun and when it was over they were like they should stay. Like everybody in the wedding party was like we love them, don't let them leave.
Wedding guests, set up an extra table.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, you'll have a nice little reunion then.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun.
It does. We were actually really pleasantly surprised because we had no idea when we had asked for both of you to attend as speakers. We had no idea that there was any connection until we saw the postings on Facebook and we thought, oh my gosh, what a small world.
Yeah.
No kidding. I didn't say anything to them when they were there because like they don't know, like I don't know, like they don't have to know me, you know, like I didn't assume that they knew who I was and I didn't want to be like, hey, like we're going to hang out at a conference like next year. Like I didn't want them to be like, what are you talking about?
So they had no idea.
They knew me.
Oh, they must know by now.
They must know.
Maybe.
Yeah. I'm sure they do. So ask Doug when we talk to him. I think next week we'll ask his side of the story.
How often have you come across to Canada? Will this be?
I've been to Canada twice.
Oh, and which parts?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, my family has a cabin in International Falls, which is like super way north. So whatever part of Canada is like directly above Minnesota, I've been there. And it was very touristy. I don't know what that place is called, but they had the maple leaf candies.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
And those were super good. But other than that, I've been to Saskatchewan and Saskatoon. That was a fun time.
Dare we ask? Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
We're so looking forward to having you with us at the conference in Niagara-on-the-Lake in 2018 and watching you working with little babies and posing in props. I know we have a couple of very, very excited attendees to meet you. We can't wait to spend more time with you.
Awesome.
All right. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too, guys.
Thank you.
Join us September 22nd to the 24th, 2018 in beautiful Niagara-on-the-Lake, Ontario for the Uncommon Creative Collective, Canada's Family Photography Conference.
It's the mailman.
Oh! We'll just be asking.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wait,
so
what's the dog behind you?
This is Ruby.
Ruby.
Do you like wine? Are you a wine drinker?
Not really.
Oh. That's
I've never really found a wine that I like a lot, besides like Moscato, and that doesn't count. Because that's just like for children. I didn't swear. I'm sorry.